are covered online at coveragex.com or 800-875-9695. 800-875-9695.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Rivian Automotive has gained approval to establish its first electric vehicle service center in Wisconsin. It would be in Menominee Falls and would serve as a pickup point for consumers buying Rivian cars online or out of state. The center could be up and running this year. Construction on 270 new luxury apartments in Oconomowoc is beginning after Milwaukee developer Mandel Group bought land for the project and closed on financing. The development is called Norden Range, and the first units are expected to be available in late 2024. An artificial intelligence startup with its headquarters in Delafield plans to nearly double its staff this year after recently raising $15 million. The company is called Synthetic, and it leverages AI to help customers quickly identify objects within raw image data like video and satellite imagery. I'm Teddy Nykel with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
Sponsored by Grandview Homes, the name you know, the name you trust. GrandviewHomes.com.
We asked people why they sold their homes to Grandview Homes instead of using a real estate agent.
We looked at a few businesses that purchase homes, and Grandview seemed to be the one that had it together. Not only did we receive a fair offer, but we were able to take as much time as we needed and could leave the house a mess.
Whether you have a hard-to-sell home, want a stress-free sale, or simply need to sell your home fast, Grandview Homes is the name you know and the name you can trust. Visit GrandviewHomes.com to discover the easiest and fastest way to sell a home.
You can give them the same old, or you can surprise them with something unique from St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Store at a bargain. Almost new, but really cool. The thing about thrift store gift shopping is that you never know what you'll find, but when you find it, you'll know it's right. That's what makes it fun. And if you just can't choose, gift cards are always available at St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield and 23rd and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Another MVP has joined the roster at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, Dr. Michael Nolte. Expertscape recently named him part of the top 1% of spine expertise in the world. Dr. Nolte has published over 50 peer-reviewed articles in leading scientific journals and authored more than 100 national presentations. They added this MVP specialist for orthopedic, neurosurgical, and spine care because at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference.
Jackson Hewitt offers you your biggest refund guaranteed or your money back, plus $100. Hurry into Jackson Hewitt today.
Shop the January New Year's sale on better quality furniture and mattresses at Ken Michaels Furniture.
Off to Lewis, fires up the three, and he hits it. How about that finish for the Bucks?
The Bucks are in Phoenix against the Suns, with coverage starting tonight at 8:30 on your home for the Bucks. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 6 o'clock, it's 35 degrees. Tonight we have a dense fog advisory in effect. That goes until 6 a.m. on Wednesday. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies tonight, a low of 36. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jessica Gatso. The person of interest's identity revealed in the double homicide in Elkhorn last week. TMJ4's Jenna Ray says Thomas Rout Jr. was identified to them by his attorney.
Russell Jones, a local criminal defense attorney, says he was retained by Rout's family yesterday and says Rout continues to maintain his innocence and denies any involvement in the double homicide. Rout's currently being held in the Walworth County Jail on a corrections hold because of his previous criminal history. Rout served several years in federal prison for a number of convictions, including arson, burglary, and forgery.
Since Rout has been out on parole, police can hold him longer than the typical 72 hours. Rout has not yet been formally charged. The House of Representatives has voted down the GOP's efforts to impeach Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas with a vote of 214 in favor and 216 against. Briggs & Stratton CEO Joe Liotine has left the company after just 5 months on the job. Our partners at the Milwaukee Business Journal report that Leontini has, quote, exited from the company without additional details as to why. Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer Christina Cerniglia will serve as interim CEO, a position she held between Leontini's hiring in August 2023 and the departure of his predecessor, Steve Andrews. The Milwaukee Common Council is urging change to emergency response policies after the death of a woman at a city bus stop in January.
By a unanimous vote amongst the council members present, the body adopting a resolution spearheaded by Alderman Lamont Westmoreland.
I think this is a good opportunity for us to ensure they're improving their policy.
The resolution calls for responders to exit their vehicles and search for those requiring assistance at or beyond where responders were dispatched. Monday, Curtis Ambulance President James Baker said he would meet with fire officials Wednesday to discuss various policy and protocol changes. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Another major step for a proposed Hard Rock casino in Kenosha. An intergovernmental agreement between the Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin and Kenosha County received signatures today in Madison. Kenosha Mayor John Antaramia says
it was fair to the city of Kenosha, to the county of Kenosha, to the Menominee Tribe. Any agreement that is made must be where all partners feel that they walked away winning.
The proposal now needs the approval of the federal government and Governor Tony Evers. Along with Brewers personnel changes, parking changes are coming to American Family Field ahead of spring training.
In addition to Brewers equipment being loaded Monday to send to Phoenix, Arizona for spring training, Senior VP of Communications Tyler Barnes says there won't be any more parking attendants for home games. He says the new method will be easy to use.
The parking attendants are being redeployed. They will be throughout the parking lots helping people understand the new system. There is no money exchange when you're here at the ballpark, but you do need to make sure you've either paid in advance and activated your session by entering your license plate, or you scan the QR code when you get here and you pay online.
Julian Johnson, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News time is 6:03.
Hey, if you're sick and tired of those achy joints and dread the idea of surgery, it is time to call QC Kinetics. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzek. The state of healthcare is always evolving. The old ideas like steroids and surgery are no longer your only options. Try regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics. It's transforming lives with innovative, non-surgical, and drug-free treatments that deliver lasting results. Talking about knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, pain from arthritis or injury. Don't let the pain keep you from living your best life. Call QC Kinetics. Their advanced and state-of-the-art treatments harness and direct your body's natural ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. It's a revolutionary approach that will help you achieve long-term relief with no downtime. So make 2024 the year you reclaim your mobility, your independence. Get out, walk, run, and play and live without the danger and trauma of surgery and without harmful drugs. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. 414-285-3474. QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car's not one of them. That national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
What? The car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adamm.com.
Hey, Wayne, shopping for a new door? Do you need something more dependable?
Yes, something that's durable, dent-resistant, knows how to take a hit, and is going to last for years.
We're still talking about the door, right?
Oh, yeah, right, of course.
Wayne Larrabee and Jeff Levering shopping together at Pella? What next? How about 0% interest for up to 60 months when you place your order by February 23rd at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. See showroom for details. Offer ends 2/23/2024.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update. The final stop for the Bucks on a 5-game Western Conference road trip. They're in Phoenix to take on the Suns tonight at 9 o'clock, and pregame coverage starts at 8:30 right here on WTMJ. The trade deadline for the NBA is on Thursday at 2 o'clock. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. Things are still looking a bit slow through the Stadium Interchange this evening. Otherwise, roads are looking pretty clear. No other major incidents or delays. And taking a look at your WTMJ forecast, we have a dense fog advisory in effect for tonight. That's for Kenosha, Racine, Ozaukee, Sheboygan, and Milwaukee County. That'll go through 6 a.m. on Wednesday. Also mostly cloudy tonight with a low of 36. On Wednesday, mostly cloudy and breezy, a high of 48. On Thursday, mostly cloudy and breezy again. Showers are likely. We could see a chance for thunderstorms later in the day on Thursday, a high of 53 degrees. On Friday, looking mostly cloudy and breezy with another slight chance for those thunder showers, a high of 54. And on Saturday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 40. Right now in Madison, it's 39 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 37. In Waukesha, it's 38. And in Milwaukee, it's 35 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. And now your host for the evening, here's Sandy Max.
Happy Tuesday, February 6th. I am Sandy Max, and thanks for joining me. Earlier this afternoon, I got to spend time on WTMJ with former TV anchor Toya Washington. She and I talked about what she's been working on lately, Black History Month, Internet Safety Day, and we welcomed entertainment journalist Ryan J. to the studio and got an update on local performing arts scene here in Milwaukee and Wisconsin, and some movie reviews. And this was our welcome with Ryan J.
Hey, Sandy.
How are you?
I'm doing great. It's so good to see you again.
It is wonderful to see you.
And to meet Toya in person.
I know. It's like, I see you. I know you. And I was like, wait, but you don't know me because I'm on the other side of the TV when I see you.
Exactly. It's so surreal. So that's what you look like in 3D, right?
So, Ryan, as an entertainment journalist, you cover TV, you cover film, but you're also a theater enthusiast.
I'm obsessed with the local theater scene. Let's just say it like it is, right? First of all, I mean, yes, I'm born and raised here, like we do, and then went to New York for 13 years and celebrate everything entertainment from, the greatest that it can be in the country, but then coming back here and really appreciating just how creative and fantastic this community really is. And not just Summerfest during the summertime and the tours and all the other great concerts that we get, but the local theater scene and the arts cred that we have in Milwaukee is so outstanding, from, of course, the crown jewel, the Marcus Center, Marcus Performing Arts Center. And we're seeing, yet this season they still have Mamma Mia coming up, and Clue, the Tina Turner musical, and of course Moulin Rouge, which is such a spectacle. But then the Milwaukee Rep and Skylight, and even these smaller independent companies that a lot of people don't really know about, that are so committed year after year to doing full seasons of outstanding work, without the budget that the United Performing Arts Fund, UPAF, provides for some of the more prominently known companies, are coming through show after show with phenomenally thoughtful, provocative, interesting, sometimes in the best way, disturbing art. I love it. And we are so lucky to have a thriving arts theater scene here.
And the range of that, and that you have spent time in New York, you can have that comparison, because we all have the hometown pride, but to actually have that comparison and go, oh, no, we have world-class talent here. I mean, you talk about the Milwaukee Rep, the costuming department there. Alex Tacoma has been the head of the costuming department, and he is world-class. We are lucky that he chooses to be here.
Absolutely. And like Skylight Music Theater executive director Susan Varela was Fantine on Broadway in Les Mis, with her husband Andrew, who was Javert, and the artistic director Michael Unger, tons of Broadway credits to his name. And we see a lot of that here across the artistic. I mean, even the Milwaukee Ballet, Michael Pink is one of the most internationally renowned, recognized choreographers, where his ballets have been performed all over the world to great acclaim, and has won some of the highest achievements and awards imaginable in that industry.
And made his home here for 20 years now, and made an impact with the Milwaukee Ballet and bringing the world to Milwaukee. I love one of the favorite things of the Milwaukee Ballet, not just the classics, but this weekend is Genesis.
Yes.
And this is a competition of 3 choreographers handpicked from around the world, and they stage their earth-shattering, groundbreaking choreography with Milwaukee Ballet dancers. 3 different pieces that the audience gets to vote on.
Oh, wow.
And then the winner which I know art is subjective, but
Yes.
what resonates the most, then that choreographer, the winning choreographer, comes back and stages that with Milwaukee ballet dancers later.
Oh my God.
It's a real
wonderful
fan favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go out and see the story, which you should, by the way, like Michael Pink's Dracula as a ballet, it's interesting to see like how can horror adapt not only to stage, but ballet. You know, that in and of itself as a genre is miraculous and outstanding. But he works with budgets like you saw he remounted. It was the first revision. It was the world premiere of his Nutcracker ballet re-envisioned this last holiday
And that's
season.
always daring.
And it had the
You mess
budget
with a classic,
of
you
like
know?
a big Broadway production. It was like a $15 million, and it showed.
Yeah.
And so, and they're doing Cinderella coming up. But yes, this Genesis coming up this weekend is is a real fan favorite and just kind of a great testament to the diversity in dance within dance and the different kinds of styles that you can have within ballet in of itself.
And puts Milwaukee on a global map
Yes.
for arts and culture. And after, like I said, 2 decades of Michael Pink being here, it's not just a whim. It's not just something. I think it will live on.
Yeah.
In the future.
Oh.
Who is maybe we just glowed about the local theater scene, and you've got your finger on the pulse. Are there any struggles in the theater scene? Because we know that Wisconsin as a state is one of the lowest contributors to the arts and culture scene. Only 2% of the entire state budget.
Yes, comparatively to other states, Wisconsin could do and should do
2%?
much better in terms of government funding.
I think 48th or 49th in the country.
It's I'm ashamed of that, you know. But still, the audience turns out, and so something that we can all do. Because, by the way, including the Marcus Performing Arts Center, Skylight, these and Milwaukee Rep, these are all nonprofit organizations. So, in addition to becoming a subscriber, if you can, or going out and seeing the shows, donating and contributing that way helps so much. One of the great other companies we have, Milwaukee Chamber Theater, which consistently does amazing work under the artistic director Brent Hazelton,
who was at the Rep before, yeah.
Yes. And he himself is a writer-director. He mounted the incredible production of Liberace that he revived this year, debuted at the Rep, a decade ago. And it almost closed last year, or this season almost didn't happen because they were in such financial turmoil. Well, you know what? Wisconsin showed up. The audience showed up. They did a fundraising campaign. They're able to be here for this season. Hopefully they can be here again next season, but we've got to continue to commit that way because this is a great option, especially in our winter months.
Yes.
Or when
Yes.
Summerfest isn't available. And yeah, there's great sporting events that we can watch at home. And I'm always talking about what to see on the big screen and what you can stream at home on TV when you see me on The Blend on Fridays on TMJ4, but like it's still so much to see in our local theater and seeing things live in the communal aspect of an audience.
I'm going to need you to repeat something here because I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions as far as some of the larger venues is that they are nonprofits.
Correct.
Like in Marcus, I think that is the biggest one. Full disclosure here, I'm on the board, so
yeah.
I will say that. But
Thank
I think
for supporting the arts.
But thank you. But that was one of the things that like even I did not realize until having a sit down conversation about whether or not I felt capable and what could I bring to the board and what my bandwidth was at the time. And that was one of the things that I didn't know.
Right.
I'm like that. Because people associate it with
You're
the
buying
Marcus
a ticket.
Theater.
You're making money.
But they also associate it with the larger Marcus Theaters, with the corporation. That's not the case. It is still a nonprofit. And as you mentioned, subscribers.
Yes.
Go see a show.
Absolutely.
Do the
and
things.
I'm an advocate of buying and subscribing to an entire season because, you might recognize 2 or 3 shows you'd seen before. It's been a while since you've seen them, but you recognize the songs. You're looking forward to those. The shows you're unfamiliar with, or in my case, I'm a musicals person, so I'm less jazzed about the straight plays or the dramas. Those are the ones that 9 times out of 10 you'll walk away from and say, you know what, I wouldn't have seen it had I not subscribed, had I not gone to see it, I showed up that day, gone in the rain or the snow, and it ends up being your standout favorite and you're expanding
it's a discovery,
your taste. Yes. They are nonprofit, Marcus Performing Arts Center, and the Rep and Skylight, and it's First Stage. They all do great educational outreach programming and opportunities where they're bringing students and involving them in the arts. So above and beyond what schools may be doing for arts education, what our local theaters, in addition to your tickets and enjoying their productions, what they're doing for our community, for the children in our community, for those of us who grew up like me, where you maybe were not inclined to do sports, but you find an outlet in this kind of industry that builds esteem and empathy and in a way helps you contribute back to society. My career is in entertainment. I have my degree in journalism, like you guys, and so it's just all kind of a very necessary, important, and fantastic thing.
And I would highly encourage. And I was a person. I grew up in Minneapolis, and I think I saw maybe the only time I ever went to go see plays, musicals, anything that involved a stage was on field trips. And the big reason why is because my family could not afford to. But I highly encourage. People are spending money on the most ridiculous, consumable and disposable things, but something like that. And I tease, the first time I saw a Broadway musical, I was in my late 20s, and I was like, oh my gosh, not that I would have necessarily succeeded because I don't have a singing voice, and not that I wanted to be like the main character, but I'm like, to have explored that more as a kid. But by the time I got to high school, it was like, okay, I found my quote unquote lane in sports. So that was my thing, but it could have been both.
Yes,
right? It
absolutely.
Could have been
it
both.
is for many people.
And not that I could have made a career out of it, maybe, but at least I could have explored that a little bit more. And so I encourage parents who you're buying Nike Pandas, like every other week.
Right. Exactly.
Go take them to a theater.
Studies show, you're talking to research here. Biology and science shows that what affects and what's healthier for us and what we cherish and what molds us more are experiences over the material items that we get. So if you want to get your kid that pair of tennis shoes or iPhone or the latest gadget or, accessory they want, it's the experiences that shape us and that we remember and make us who we are.
I will tell you, one of the first musicals that we brought our girls to was House of Rock? No.
School of Rock.
Thank you. School of Rock.
The kids.
Sorry. School of Rock. Haven't had enough coffee yet. School of Rock. And I kid you not, first of all, they watched the movie version.
With Jack Black.
Yeah, so Jack Black. They watched that several times over. But when they found out that it's returning, they were like, can we go see it again?
Yes, it's so good. And there's so much like that. And you're talking about even maybe you were inspired, but we can talk more about this too, and the arts and the performers that we have too in this community that we're supporting.
And we're also debuting in the state because World Premiere Wisconsin was an entire festival that launched last year celebrating new plays and musicals. So we have a lot to be proud of. More with entertainment journalist Ryan J. next on WTMJ.
Our mission is to protect and uphold our reputation. At Semper Fi, it's the banner we all march under, because the reputation we earn and uphold belongs to all of us. And without a strong reputation in the exterior remodeling business, you're here today and gone tomorrow. And when you've earned a good reputation, that's what makes the difference in value. It's the little extra that you get for the price. And that assurance is actually what counts the most, because it means the good money you're spending with us is not going to go to waste. A roof you can rely on, with a warranty that has a backbone, Craftsman quality airtight window and door installations, brick and stone masonry that's clean and sharp, and new siding that's been known to stop traffic. And it's all backed by a team that over the last 20 years have put a lot of heart and soul into building a reputation that you can believe in. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. When I grab a hot dog, I make sure it's a Vienna beef hot dog, the official hot dog of the Milwaukee Brewers and the best hot dog in the business. It's the biggest week in football. Make sure you stock up at your local grocer with Vienna beef hot dogs. Manufactured since 1893, they are the real deal. Available at select grocers and hot dog stands in the Milwaukee area. It's football week. It's Vienna beef week. It's Vienna beef hot dogs, the only thing you need at your tailgate. John Mercure, Vienna beef. It's my hot dog.
Dan, what do you think are the top 3 reasons people buy from us at Inspired Closets?
Katie, that's easy. Our 3D design software, 4 ironclad guarantees, and our lifetime warranty.
Plus, we're honest and transparent in our pricing. We don't over-design. And we're a local family-owned business.
Clients need to know that we are a different closet company. We are designed completely around them.
And we're a wife and husband team.
Visit us at inspiredclosetsmke.com.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ.
Earlier this afternoon, Toya Washington and I were on WTMJ together, and entertainment journalist Ryan J. was a guest with us, and he is a theater enthusiast, Mamma Mia is coming to the Marcus Performing Arts Center, so that should get you excited. But he discussed the Wisconsin performing arts scene, and we get some of his film reviews. But Ryan had even more to say about the local arts scene here in Milwaukee and Wisconsin.
Just allowing me one more moment to advocate for our local theaters, and that we are supporting them and the companies, but also there are some great working artists who, as actors and performers, and the people behind the scenes too, and crew and set designers and lighting and sound and costume, and that we are employing them, and some of them are managing to do this, if not full time, close to full time with other support. So I just enjoy supporting these artists.
It is an economic boost to have a cultural scene, music,
Absolutely.
theater, all of it. And so as host of the arts page on Milwaukee PBS, it's now been 10 seasons, and every single artist I have met says, if they're a sculptor, they say, hey, you think what I'm doing is interesting? You need to meet this watercolor painter. And do you know this duo and this band over here? It's a very
connected,
collaborative. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like, and have you been to Spring Green, to the American Players Theater there? You wouldn't believe the costuming that they do.
And
everybody wants to elevate and share the joy of the creativity that we have here in Wisconsin.
It's true, and you just never know who locally you're supporting that may go on to become an Oscar nominee, like this year's current nominee, Mark Ruffalo from Wisconsin.
Yes, Kenosha.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. And he is up as Best Supporting Actor for Poor Things.
Got it.
And Willem Dafoe is in that film.
He is.
And for those of us who have kids, that's the Hulk.
Yes. Right.
Yes, from the Avengers and so forth.
There we go.
Proving
So great.
the versatility of his acting to be a Marvel movie superhero.
Yeah, I love
See, Toya,
him.
you know more.
I love him. I love him.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love him too. He's great. He's
He
very
is.
talented.
He is.
So we were talking just before we rejoined you on the air. Ryan asked Toya, which of the Oscar-nominated films have you seen? And Toya, your answer?
Not a one.
Which
Not
is
a one. And I know.
I'm not that shocked. I think that's very normal for a lot of people.
Here we had to juggle schedules to try to see Barbie, and then it fell through. Someone had a surprise practice or something, and then it kind of gets to that point where we're like, okay,
But
well
now
we'll
it's
just
on
watch
Max.
it. I know, and we'll watch it in our basement as a family. Yes, but I wanted to watch that, and also it's one of those that was one of those movies that I'm like, I want to watch it with my daughters.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Definitely.
End of story. We weren't huge Barbie people. I was growing up. My girls were, somewhat, but Barbie also morphed into the Disney princesses. So they would play with Disney
Those
princesses,
dolls.
those dolls. So, that was
Disney's
one.
not going to sit back and miss a dime when Mattel's out there putting dolls out, right? Disney's getting in on that market
part,
share.
That part, sir. You are absolutely right.
Ryan, as the entertainment journalist in the room who has seen
Everything.
many of the nominees, I've seen many. I'm
out
a
of
SAG.
obligation.
Yeah, well, and it's your job. So,
Yes.
and I've seen several of them as kind of the cultural gal here at WTMJ. What are maybe 3 headlines from the Oscar nominations that you think are worth noting?
Well, it's Barbenheimer was the year of 2023, right? Barbenheimer just owned it. So I think we're looking at Oppenheimer to really take Best Picture, Best Director, possibly Best Actor for Cillian Murphy, and all deservedly so, right?
I'm going to tell you, Robert Downey Jr. is excellent in that. The
for
very
sure.
end of that film, where everything comes together in one big kind of political conversation, as spectacular as the rest of the film is, and it handles the depth of the conversation really artistically. Christopher Nolan's fascinating, but I'm telling you, the payoff at the end of that movie where everything gets tied up thematically was really
satisfying,
impressive. Yeah, yeah.
So that is on the to-do list.
I can highly recommend it, and I think it's a movie that appeals to everyone. It's not a action. It's not a chick flick. It's not an action film. It's not just for the kids. It's an adult conversation. I don't. It's not, all the teenagers aren't running to Oppenheimer, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it's an important film, and it's a really well done film.
I will tell you. Here's my other problem with movies, and my husband will attest to this. is that spending so many years in the news business and having to keep stories tight, short, blah, 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 that my attention span.
It's so true.
I know. It's terrible.
Toya,
It's
you're not even mentioning the fact that we also grew up in the MTV. I mean, I'm older than you, I'm sure, but like the MTV generation, seriously, that we were experiencing the music videos that are edited with not a shot longer than 15 seconds.
Exactly.
So we've all been given ADHD if we didn't have it naturally, right?
Seriously, like, and that is probably one of the other reasons why I'm just like, okay, do we have to go? We're going to a movie, and it's a process because it's a time commitment.
It's an investment.
Yes, like I love to golf.
But that's what I'm here for. That's why I enjoy being a film critic, because it's my job to tell you to see it, stream it, or skip it. And the biggest kiss of death, and the number one thing that destroys a movie is its length. If it's too long, there are 3-hour movies that feel like an hour, and that's when it's directed right, edited right, the performances are right, you're sucked in, you want it to, you could go longer.
And that's I wish that had been.
But then there are also, I've sadly seen movies that are 86 minutes long and feel like they're 7 hours. And I don't get that. Yeah. So I mean, there's
checking your watch.
Right. There's a lot to be said there, but you know, you can't. You have to look at all the different factors and not just judge based on runtime.
We're going to talk more about the film industry and the business angle of it with the strikes and just how did that or didn't that really affect the industry. Entertainment journalist Ryan J. next on WTMJ.
Meet Alan, who was diagnosed with sleep apnea.
I was what they called a mouth breather, and I would breathe at night with my mouth open.
And for about 8 years, Alan struggled with a CPAP machine. And then
I saw the Advent commercial, and I thought, well, what do you got to lose? This machine is miserable.
For most people, CPAP machines are miserable, but a simple breathing triangle solution from Advent can be life-changing.
And it really was, to me, it was amazing because I don't think I ever breathed that clear.
This is Dr. Madan Kandula. After having one of Advent's simple breathing triangle procedures, people are amazed at how freely and clearly they can breathe.
I'm happy with the procedure. I'm very glad I did it. I wish I would have done it 20 years ago. I could have avoided that machine I had to have laying next to the bed with the hose wrapped around my head.
Schedule your appointment at adventknows.com because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
Is it time to give your home a new look?
Absolutely.
Get personal care from Adair. Adair Floors and Remodeling has a design team ready to help with all flooring and remodeling needs, including tub to shower conversions. Want to create your dream kitchen, including cabinets? How about the rec room? Adair Floors and Remodeling has been family run in Franklin for over 65 years. For floors and all home remodeling needs, get personal care from Adair. Adair Floors and Remodeling, South 27th Street in Franklin, and online at adairfloors.com.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Steve and Ashley heard our radio ads over the years, and when it came time to buy their first home, clicked on the blue button. One of our senior loan consultants, Brad, sent them a credit-verified pre-approval the same day, and then upgraded to a rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval shortly thereafter. They made a couple offers without success, and then Brad told them about AccuNet's new property-specific pre-approval, where we might be able to include those magic words, no appraisal required. When they wrote their next offer, several $1,000s over asking to make sure someone else didn't end up sleeping in their dream home, their property-specific rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval included that most powerful phrase, no appraisal required, and the sellers picked Steve and Ashley's offer over several others. If you think all mortgage lenders and pre-approvals are the same, think again. Go with a local mortgage lender that has the tools and know-how to help you win and save money, too. Click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's big pet care sale is going on now, and that means huge savings on the food, treats, and supplies you need to help keep your pets happy and healthy. Not to mention a great variety of quality bird seed and suet to bring more birds to your yard all year long, like 20-pound bags of KT nut and fruit blend bird food, featuring a high-energy mix of 9 simple ingredients formulated to attract cardinals, chickadees, and other colorful songbirds, all for just $28.99.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
Entertainment journalist Ryan J. thinks there could be a possible Oscars upset, and he has a big film recommendation for us and a Wizard of Oz updates. It's all in the next half hour on What's on Tap. But first, from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, here's Jessica Gatzo.
Thanks, Sandy. House Republicans have failed to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas tonight. They were just a few votes short, with 214 votes in favor and 216 against. We're now learning the identity of the person of interest arrested in connection to the double murder in downtown Elkhorn last week. Local criminal defense attorney Russell Jones tells our news partners at TMJ4 that the person is his client, Thomas Rout Jr. Rout is maintaining his innocence and says he was not involved in the case. He's being held in the Walworth County Jail on a corrections hold because he has a previous criminal history. Rout served several years in federal prison on a long list of convictions, including arson, burglary, and forgery. Since he's been out on parole, police can hold him longer than the typical 72 hours. Rout has not yet been formally charged. A Milwaukee resident testing positive for Mpox. The City of Milwaukee Health Department says the individual tested positive last Friday, the first identified case of Mpox in Milwaukee since June of 2023. The health department is offering a free drive-through Mpox vaccination clinic this Saturday at the Northwest Health Center in Milwaukee. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. A crash to look out for this evening. It's on the ramp from Lincoln Memorial Drive to 794 East. Otherwise, roads are looking clear. Just want to look out with that dense fog this evening. And taking a look at your WTMJ forecast, we do have a dense fog advisory in effect. That's for Kenosha, Racine, Ozaukee, Sheboygan, and Milwaukee County until 6 a.m. on Wednesday. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies with a low of 36. On Wednesday, we'll have mostly cloudy skies and breezy with a high of 48. Thursday, also mostly cloudy and breezy. Showers are likely. We could see some thunderstorms later in the day, a high of 53. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 33 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatzo, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:32.
Hey, if you're sick and tired of those achy joints and dread the idea of surgery, it is time to call QC Kinetics. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. The state of healthcare is always evolving. The old ideas like steroids and surgery are no longer your only options. Try regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics. It's transforming lives with innovative, non-surgical, and drug-free treatments that deliver lasting results. Talking about knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, pain from arthritis or injury. Don't let the pain keep you from living your best life. Call QC Kinetics. Their advanced and state-of-the-art treatments harness and direct your body's natural ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. It's a revolutionary approach that will help you achieve long-term relief with no downtime. So make 2024 the year you reclaim your mobility, your independence. Get out, walk, run, and play and live without the danger and trauma of surgery and without harmful drugs. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. 414-285-3474. QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474.
Has the relationship with your current furnace gone cold? We've seen it time and time again. At first, you were inseparable. Your furnace was always there for you. When everything outside became frigid and frightful, that humble heater protected you from the elements and prepared a perfectly pleasant environment. But now, years later, you notice a change. The climate has cooled and the once consistent comfort is suddenly sporadic. It just hasn't been the same. The flame has gone out, and your furnace simply isn't carrying its weight in the relationship. Hey, it's not your fault. You've done everything you can. It's time to move on to a brand new, high-efficiency furnace from Mr. Holland's Home Services. You deserve a furnace that's hopelessly devoted to your comfort, and you deserve 24 months interest-free financing with approved credit. Call 866-992-1717 or visit MrHollandsHomeservices.com. If you're ready to heat things up, we can help.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max is back on WTMJ.
I am Sandy Max. Earlier this afternoon, TV news anchor turned TV news talent coach Toya Washington joined me on the air here at WTMJ. We had a good time this afternoon covering all sorts of topics, and we rolled out the red carpet for entertainment journalist Ryan Jay, who thinks there could be a possible Academy Awards upset. And he has a big film recommendation for us. First, the Oscars.
You remember that year we had La La Land versus Moonlight, and they even announced La La Land, Faye Dunaway, but it was actually Moonlight that actually won. I think everybody is betting on Oppenheimer. The one possible upset would be The Holdovers. Could take Best Picture. But anyway, there were a lot of snubs as well. So, Greta Gerwig, the Margot Robbie talk of a snub for not getting a nomination for Barbie when Ryan Gosling got one as Ken. America Ferrera, thank goodness, got one for supporting actress in the film. She had a great monologue.
We're still going to be rooting for Wisconsin.
Yes.
Still going to be rooting for Mark Ruffalo on the red carpet. That's that's something
now,
to watch
I did
for.
see that monologue.
Yes.
I did see that monologue.
Did you identify with it?
125%.
Yeah, that's an Oscar. And I think sometimes, roles will get nominations not because the entire performance. It only takes a moment in a movie. There have been people who've been nominated and won for less than what America did in that moment with that monologue. It's epic, and that's the kind of moment where I think we all collectively knew this is worth a nomination.
Yes. Get your red carpet dress ready, girl.
Mm-hmm.
So
and all the accessories.
yes, definitely.
Glam Squad.
You, Ryan, asked Toya earlier, hey, which movies have you seen? And we've all chuckled. And again, I think it's a very real answer, and we all choose how to spend our entertainment dollars. So I don't think any less of anybody who's like, I haven't seen Barbie, I haven't seen Oppenheimer. Summertime was a nice time to be outside and be up north. I'll stream it later. Life got in the way. So no shame in that game of not seeing a movie game. But you lit up, Toya, asking Ryan about a movie that you've been excited about.
Yes, but
Still
I haven't seen it.
But
and again, it goes back to trying to schedule with a group of girlfriends. We're all on the calendar, and and I'll just say it: it's Sechelle Reed, Shannon Sims, Amanda Porterfield, and myself. All are in like a little group chat type of thing.
I was saying the TV gals.
Yes,
the
and
TV journalists.
We call each other
Sometimes
the aunties.
Sometimes they let a gay in as an honorary, right? Come on.
So the aunties cannot get on the same page about when we were going to go see this movie, and it's the movie Origin.
Yes. And this movie is phenomenal. It changed my life. I was bawling by the end. It's the true story of Isabel Wilkerson, who is the first African-American female to win the Pulitzer Prize in journalism. And
I see why you wanted to go, ladies.
Yes. It's the story of her life that intersects at a very difficult time personally for her as she's researching a seemingly impossible thesis, designing a book she wrote called Caste. And finds...
Which Caste, by the way, was one, if it sounds familiar, it's because when the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion, hot topic after George Floyd, that seemed to be the book that every corporation was handing out, and you need to understand the systemic and how racism or caste systems or things like this work, and
society,
why still
religion.
to this day the repercussions of it. So I'm sorry to interrupt your flow but that's the book, in case people are like, wait, what book is she talking about?
It's absolutely revelatory and life-changing, and it's the kind of thing that should be required reading. I know that's not my place to say. I'm not a parent, you know what I mean? But I mean, just let's say adults. It just
But it shows the impact.
It showed the impact, and what she did was, here's the thing. What I'm so impressed by is she had a concept that she wanted to find a connection between three things that are basically impossible, we'd say, to find a connection between: the Holocaust, American slavery, and the caste system in India. And it was and she did it. She found the connection, and when that revelation and how she finds it in black and white, research and terms, and it's all there in history, documented. She just uncovered it and includes it, and that just breaks down the exterior of what's all at the basis of all these different things. It's insanely enlightening, terrifying, fascinating, and also cautionary, and a lesson that we can all just benefit from. I mean, so she just taught us.
And ties into Black History Month, a very ideal time for this film to be coming out. And Toya, you and the aunties still have a chance to see this. It is in theaters now.
Yes.
At AMC, Mayfair, also several of the Marcus theaters. So this is an enlightening conversation for me. I hadn't heard of this.
And that in and of itself, I am trying to peel away that onion and figure out how and why.
That didn't get any nominations?
And just more exposure.
Yeah, oh, well, studio money. Didn't do the campaign. That's what it comes down to. They didn't do an Oscars campaign.
Next on What's on Tap, Ryan J. shares several reasons for Wizard of Oz fans to be excited in 2024.
Hey, Wayne, shopping for a new door? Do you need something more dependable?
Yes, something that's durable, dent-resistant, knows how to take a hit, and is going to last for years.
We're still talking about the door, right?
Oh, yeah, right, of course.
Wayne Larrabee and Jeff Levering shopping together at Pella? What next? How about 0% interest for up to 60 months when you place your order by February 23rd at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. See showroom for details. Offer ends 2/23/2024.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
I haven't had anything to eat for days, and being hungry hurts.
Going without oil changes can destroy your engine, but it doesn't compare to the effect of going without food. That's why the Automobile Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee is determined to make sure no one goes to bed hungry. Through the end of February, they'll donate $1 from every oil change to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 13 years, Adam has donated over $820,000, providing more than 2.4 million meals to people across southeastern Wisconsin, the majority being children and seniors. And with today's ongoing challenges, the need is greater than ever. So help the hungry while helping your vehicle. Get your oil changed by Adam Dealer Factory Train Techs at a price as low or lower than independent shops. Visit an Adam member dealer near you.
For a list of participating dealers, visit adamm.com.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Inspired Closets. Did you know people with shoe racks are 7 times more likely to be on time for work? Inspired Closets will help you calm the chaos in your closets or your laundry room, your pantry, any space that needs it. They come out for a free visit, listen to your needs, and then use their special 3D software to customize a space that helps you manage your world. Call my friends Katie and Dan today, wife-husband team ready to help. Inspired days start in Inspired Closets. Inspired Closets, MKE.com.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Take it slowly on the road. A dense fog advisory till 6 o'clock tomorrow morning for Kenosha County, Racine County, Ozaukee County, Sheboygan County, and Milwaukee County. That music hopefully brighten your foggy drive and make you groove. I'm Sandy Max. This is What's on Tap, a show about culture and creativity in Wisconsin and around the world. And that is the kind of song that would get entertainment journalist and Oz historian Ryan J. groovin'. Ryan joined me and former TV news anchor Toya Washington on WTMJ earlier this afternoon. And Ryan shared his observations on our Wisconsin theater scene, some of his insights on this year's Academy Awards nominees, and his expertise in all things Oz. I mean, Ryan's knowledge and fandom is encyclopedic when it comes to on stage, on screen, the books and everything. And Ryan shared several reasons for fellow Oz fans to be excited in 2024. Easing on down the road with entertainment journalist Ryan J., who is an expert in all things Wizard of Oz, including jamming with the Wiz there. Mm-hmm. Why is 2024 such a big year for the Wizard of Oz, Ryan?
It is. It's the Oziest year in a long time, and I think it's awesome because there's this new animated series, Dee and Friends in Oz, debuted just yesterday on Netflix. The Tony Award-winning Best Musical, The Wiz, finally being revived on Broadway for the first time ever. That's going to be opening April 17th. There's a national tour right now of it. I saw it 3 times during its stop in Chicago. It's phenomenal.
And did your research?
The 4th longest running Broadway show in history, Wicked, celebrated its 20th anniversary last year, is finally adapting to the big screen. Wicked, the movie, Part 1 opens this November 27th. Part 2 comes out November 26th, 2025.
Wow.
But this year is the 85th anniversary of the Judy Garland MGM classic, Wizard of Oz. And as Toya mentioned previously, Oconomowoc is a claim to fame because it was a sneak preview there a couple days before the actual premiere, the world premiere in Hollywood. The day before, coincidentally, in Oconomowoc, just the day before, it was in Appleton, and it was in Kenosha and Green Bay. So Oconomowoc, is the one putting all the effort into it, which
Absolutely.
I appreciate, and we're going to go with that. But
Wisconsin got
Wisconsin
the
has
first
ties.
look at the Emerald City. What a cool and what an occasion that would have been, because that's such a grandiose film.
And color on the big screen being so in its infancy at that time as well.
And it's going to be on the big screen at the Oriental Theater on February 16th, which I just think is going to be literally a magical experience.
You'll go with me?
I would love to.
Wait, I
would
want
love to.
in.
Let's go.
Come on.
Okay.
Get the aunties.
Get
We're
the
gonna
aunties.
go aunties
Yeah.
to Oz. Thank you so much, entertainment journalist Ryan J. for joining me and Toya today. I wish you an awesome day.
Thank you so much.
He started it. I wouldn't have said it if he hadn't said it. Ryan J., entertainment journalist and Oz historian, someone to follow along on social media, also because he does screenings as a film reviewer. And you can catch up on that full podcast at WTMJ.com and wherever you get your podcasts. That'll be posted shortly. And that Sunday, February 16th screening at the Oriental Theater, I really am excited about. This really is a beloved film for me as a child. And I'll tell you what, I remember all the way back to the 90s when the Avalon Theater in Bayview had a screening of The Wizard of Oz and also had two of the Munchkins there. And I remember going early and meeting them and getting an autographed photo so I could take it home to my mom, because this is one of those films I have watched since I was a kid and I've watched with my family. And you quote it, and it's just, it can be a very meaningful film, but it's just so funny to remember all the way back to then. And my mom still has the frame photo of the Munchkins at the Avalon Theater there. And next, you're going to hear a song that created one of the most magical moments from Sunday night's Grammy Awards ceremony. That's the song you need to hear next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. When I grab a hot dog, I make sure it's a Vienna beef hot dog, the official hot dog of the Milwaukee Brewers and the best hot dog in the business. It's the biggest week in football. Make sure you stock up at your local grocer with Vienna beef hot dogs. Manufactured since 1893, they are the real deal. Available at select grocers and hot dog stands in the Milwaukee area. It's football week. It's Vienna beef week. It's Vienna beef hot dogs, the only thing you need at your tailgate. John Mercure, Vienna beef. It's my hot dog.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Steve and Ashley heard our radio ads over the years, and when it came time to buy their first home, clicked on the blue button. One of our senior loan consultants, Brad, sent them a credit-verified pre-approval the same day and then upgraded to a rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval shortly thereafter. They made a couple offers without success, and then Brad told them about AccuNet's new property-specific pre-approval, where we might be able to include those magic words, no appraisal required. When they wrote their next offer, several $1,000s over asking to make sure someone else didn't end up sleeping in their dream home, their property-specific rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval included that most powerful phrase, no appraisal required, and the sellers picked Steve and Ashley's offer over several others. If you think all mortgage lenders and pre-approvals are the same, think again. Go with a local mortgage lender that has the tools and know-how to help you win and save money too. Click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Hey, the playoffs are heating up, the big game is ahead, and you can play along for the remainder of the football season. Check out Underdog Fantasy. It's a pick'em game, and it's fast, simple, and fun. Pick between 2 or 5 players in a given game, select higher or lower on player stats, and if your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money in a single night. Yes, it's legal in Wisconsin, and yes, it's a blast to play. I had a great weekend mixing sports, a little bit of NBA, a little bit of football. Marry them together, there you go. I was a winner. You can be too at Underdog Fantasy. Download the Underdog Fantasy app or visit UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up. Use the promo code WTMJ, and Underdog's going to match your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy. Promo code WTMJ to get your first deposit of $10 or more, up to $100, matched. Plus a special pick that you cannot lose on. I'm playing every week. It's easy and fast, and you can join me. It's Underdog Fantasy, promo code WTMJ.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
It's also the song that's been stuck in my head ever since I saw the beautiful performance on the Grammy Awards ceremony on Sunday night. And it is now number one on iTunes after the Grammys performance. It is Tracy Chapman's Fast Car, her original version that inspired Luke Combs, the country artist, to cover it, and it's been a huge hit for him. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is a song that I really like. I liked it when it first came out, and I've been hearing it on the radio, and I've just been kind of annoyed because it's like, it was a perfect song. Like, why would you need to redo it? Well, since then, I've learned that Luke Combs loves this song. He used to listen to it with his dad. He just truly loves this song and all of the music that Tracy Chapman has created, and that is why he really kind of note for note has covered the song. Even the lyrics, he didn't change them because she wrote just such a great song. So now that I know that it means that much to Luke Combs, I'm over the cover and I actually enjoy his version. But this is the original, which I enjoy the most. And number one on iTunes, and a lot of people rediscovering Tracy Chapman and Fast Car. It's a song you need to hear on WTMJ.
Get a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You get a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs and finally see what it means to be living. See, my old man's got a problem. Yeah, but the bottle, that's the way it is. He says his body's too old for working. His body's too young to look like his. My mama went off and left him. She wanted more from life than he could give. I said, somebody's got to take care of him. So I quit school, and that's what I did. You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can fly away? We gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. Had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car. We go cruise and entertain ourselves. Still ain't got a job. Now work in the market as a checkout girl. I know things will get better. You'll find work and I'll get promoted. We'll move out of the shelter. Buy a bigger house and live in the suburbs. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone. Be someone, be someone. got a fast car. I got a job that pays all our bills. Instead of drinking late at the bar, see more your friends than you do your kids. I'd always hope for better. Thought maybe together you and me find it. I got no plans, I ain't going nowhere. Take your fast car and keep on driving. You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so you can fly away? You gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way.
Fast Car, Tracy Chapman, the song you need to hear on What's on Tap tonight. And the song's been stuck in my head ever since I saw the performance. And if you haven't seen it yet, I really think it will warm your heart. Tracy Chapman has not performed live in years. And I think it was kind of a surprise to her that this version, the country version that Luke Combs covered, would be such a huge hit and bring attention to her again. And it was a rumor before the Grammys maybe she'd perform it, and it happened. And to see the look of sweetness, and it's really just a very pure, she seems really touched when the crowd stands up and sings along to every word of her song as she performed it with Luke Combs. So it was one of those magical moments. Yes, the Grammys can be criticized for being really over the top and people congratulating themselves, but there were some really magic moments, and that was one of them. And one of the cool things that we got to do here at What's on Tap was kind of get a before and after at the Grammys from Milwaukee native Cheryl Pavelski. She was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Historical Album. It's a box set called Written in Their Soul, the Stax Songwriter Demos. And so we talked to her Friday. Then we talked to her yesterday because she did win. So if you want to hear what it was like to be all pins and needles and find out if you'd win, and then to find out what it's like to win, go to our podcast at WTMJ.com. You can catch up on What's on Tap there. I am Sandy Max. Join me tomorrow. We might be doing some beer tasting in honor of Marquette University. It'll make sense. Join me tomorrow at 6 on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Barry Manilow. Looks like we made it. The last Milwaukee concert. Barry Manilow. See him performing all the hits for one night only. Barry Manilow at Fiserv Forum, Saturday, August 3rd. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Our mission is to protect and uphold our reputation. At Semper Fi, it's the banner we all march under, because the reputation we earn and uphold belongs to all of us. And without a strong reputation in the exterior remodeling business, you're here today and gone tomorrow. And when you've earned a good reputation, that's what makes the difference in value. It's the little extra that you get for the price. And that assurance is actually what counts the most, because it means the good money you're spending with us is not going to go to waste. A roof you can rely on, with a warranty that has a backbone, Craftsman quality airtight window and door installations, brick and stone masonry that's clean and sharp, and new siding that's been known to stop traffic. And it's all backed by a team that over the last 20 years have put a lot of heart and soul into building a reputation that you can believe in.